Israel is rejecting calls for a ceasefire in its war with Hamas. Instead, it is stepping up air and ground strikes on Hamas militant targets in Gaza. The civilian death toll continues to rise on both sides. Israel says more than 1,400 of its civilians have been killed. Gaza's health ministry is counting more than 8,300 dead. ABC's Justin Finch has the latest from Washington.
The Israeli government releasing new video of a heartfelt reunion, showing Israeli military private Ori Megidish now home with her family after clearing a medical examination. The Israel Defense Forces say Megidish was rescued during an IDF ground operation in Gaza, where she was held captive for more than 3 weeks. In Chicago, Israeli-American Natalie Renan has returned home. She and her mother were among the first Hamas hostages freed.
While we're celebrating the return of Natalie back to her home in Chicago, we have to remember that there is still 239 hostages in the hands of Hamas in the Gaza Strip.
On the war front, a relentless exchange of rocket fire between Israel and Hamas. Israel rejecting calls for a ceasefire.
Just as the United States would not agree to a ceasefire after the bombing of Pearl Harbor or after the terrorist attack of 9/11, Israel will not agree to a cessation of hostilities with Hamas.
The White House supporting Israel, but
what we have said should be considered and explored are temporary localized humanitarian pauses to allow aid.
Across Gaza, civilian suffering. UNICEF reporting more than 400 children in Gaza are killed or injured daily. The Palestinian Red Crescent says 26 more aid trucks crossed into Gaza Monday amid concerns about worsening humanitarian conditions. Meantime, the Pentagon reports Iran-backed militants launched 3 new attacks on U.S. military sites in recent days. No injuries or damage reported. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Incidents of hate against people of both Muslim and Jewish faiths are rising here in the U.S. In the 2 weeks following the attack by Hamas in Israel, the Anti-Defamation League tracked nearly 5 times as many anti-Semitic incidents nationwide compared to the same time last year. And the Council on American Islamic Relations says it has tracked nearly triple the number of Islamophobia and biased incidents. Both groups are now making strong statements against all types of hate.